Hello, everyone. Before you start browsing, please subscribe to Cal and like this video. Today, you will find an amazing world of animals, and specifically a deadly bite. Pour juice and let's go. A gang of bandits under my command, until I tell you who kidnapped one nice girl hoping for something interesting. It would seem everything is going well, but the arrived driver was obviously surprised by the huge number of corpses in one of the trailers at the junkyard. We are introduced to Hitomi Usagi, the maiden. She is ordered to kill the driver who witnessed the whole situation. The boy himself is called Nomoto, so as not to take damage from the girl, he runs to his boss, the male herd, or simply the lion, the king of the animals. Hitomi promised that if she won, Nomoto would live. In the fight, the lion used a roar that imparts numbness to the victim. But the honey girl has a passive ability to turn off negative effects, so she defeated the king of the lion. The next morning, Hitomi and Nomoto wake up side by side. We're being told that the boss wanted to protect the kid because he's a material witness and can treat the girl's injuries, so we had to take cover in his apartment. At a meeting with Hitomi's guardian, the boys handed over a briefcase full of cash and asked to lay low for a while. Hitomi asks to go to the store for clothes and treats, but unfortunately he is caught by another animal-like woman with questions about what he knows about honey. Luckily for the boy, the girl was there and quickly put the porcupine on the shoulder. After that, she decided not to kill him in the park, so that later there would be no problem. To them came Shinowski, a menagerie, which works on one of the factions engaged in the conduct of combat and death bite. He's offering to join his faction, because that way she'll have allies and the rest of us can't get that close. She receives messages from her guardian and accepts the offer. Already at school, she is surprised by the gloom of her studies and does not want to attend the lesson. In the toilet, she is waiting for a cheetah girl. After taking away her underwear, she diligently runs away. Later, a representative of the Zaibatsu faction asked for an end to the feud and for an explanation of the situation. Hitomi, on the other hand, really wanted to just slaughter everyone. Things were not going well at the club for the main character. All his friends, virgin souls, were eager to see the girls in the outfits they had prepared. The girls did not mind and arranged a cosplay show for the whole school. The representative of Mitsukata waited for the Nomoto house. Jock's girlfriend explained in the language of good that it is better for them and Hitomi not to come to the elite destroyers. Otherwise, they will both die. The negotiations failed and she left. And Shinowski says that they will need help on the destroyer's elite, and there is one beast left who has not joined any faction. It turned out to be a girl rabbit and Nebo. They invite her to join their faction. Rabbit does not want to agree to this, and Nomoto starts negotiations. In the park, they are attacked by enemy hybrids who are defeated by Meadow. They are released under the pretext that they will tell everyone about the strength of the rabbit. On the presentation and introduction of the lates of the destroyers, the guys sniff each other out to understand each other's power. Boots offers the player Namath, and he will be obliged to move the pieces on the chessboard. Tiber with his jaw, and they decided to die together in the explosion of a balloon around their necks. But then a hippo burst in and pushed the alligator away. Meanwhile, the snake has taken its true form. Spraying the poison in the air, he laid down the honey and was already engaged in carnal pleasures with a lifeless body. But she got up and cut off his bolt. When she decided to help the cheetah, the gecko girl found herself in an awkward position. Suddenly, in a fight between a hippo and an alligator, an unknown kid player appears, knocking out an alligator with one stroke. The hippopotamus was sent away, like the gecko girl, but before she left, she dispensed with the poison that had strayed the chiba and honey. The guys trained the conditional signs for moving on the map and capturing the cells. The first opponent was a bear. Promising the gene a living hell, he began attacking. Without surprising the crocodile, they moved into the stage of conversation. Meanwhile, the cheetah girl pursued one of the goals. Unfortunately, she's trapped in a cage with no camera. The most peaceful snake in the world decided to do with her carnal pleasures because he has tentacles instead of a tail. His friend decided first to break her bones to prevent her from escaping. Fortunately for her, the boy sent Hitomi's figure to the aid of his enemy. Jikun and the snake were pleased with this scenario and designed the main character. The alligator held in a battle of platonic love. The tiger had dealt with the gecko while it was retreating. The next battle was between the honey eater, tiger, cheetah, and wolverine. Meanwhile, a gorilla chases a rabbit, but cannot catch it because of its geographical advantage. The bunny leads the gorilla to the kid, who does not like when trees are broken, so cuts the opponent into pieces. In the fight between the tiger and the honey eater, a rabbit burst, hit by aphrodisiac, became a vulnerable target after a few moves by fangs and claws. The cheetah approached from behind and attacked Hitomi. The honey eater, violently attacking the kid's armor, could not pierce it or even scratch it. At the moment of the final blow of the kid, the tiger attacks from behind and forces it to take its true form. The kid cuts off the arm of a tiger, taking the shape of a pangolin. He fights seriously. As he became a ball, he hoped for a single stroke, but is pushed away by a hippo. Coincidentally, he took a blow to the gut and then lost an eye to a tiger strike. Pangolin made a sharp attack and pierced the belly of the striped one. Meanwhile, the cheetah is going to attack the bunny, but the bunny drops its paws. Faction leaders argue about who wins and occupies a niche in the country to create hybrids. Hitomi has taken the true shape of a honey eater and is making a few cuts on his rugged skin. Hitomi's arm was slightly on the ground, and the fight was stormed by the chameleons, who were not registered in the arena. Meanwhile, in a box of VIPs, a lion betrayed his master by order of the Bureau. The game was suspended. Nomoto went looking after Hitomi's difficult day, and she was at the site of their first meeting, saying that the hand is healing and thanking for the loyalty. Unfortunately, on Shida's orders, she kills her boy, and the Noma dies. Thank you all for watching, and if you like my work, go ahead and like this video.